What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-Point Conversion Radio. They got all of it, and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
What up, what up, what up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? And I am here doing Super Bowl week, Super Bowl 50. 55, right? It's 50, 55. 55. Got a special guest. It's starting to be no guest. It's just starting to be family, man. This is third. Talk to him. It's my guy, the best to do it, Marshall Faulk. What's going on, Marshall?
Hey man, just living life, enjoying it, getting ready for the Super Bowl 55. We got our first COVID Super Bowl, so we're gonna make the best of it. It might be our second, but the first that we affected by it. I think it was down in Florida. I think it was in Miami last year. It had to be on and popping. We didn't know.
Yeah.
but now we know. It's a little different in Tampa this year.
Look, I won't lie. When I came back, I know I got sick, and then my family got sick. So, and I believe at that time we still didn't know, of course, but I believe my wife and my son had it because they dealing with the same symptoms and everything. But yeah, man, I know, right? But it's good to see that you're doing good. And first off, man, like always, if you all don't know, if you're watching, Marshall was definitely big with giving back in the community. And I want you to talk about the drug-free world and explain what that is and what you do for it.
Right. So drug-free world is it's basically a foundation. We go around and provide information and education to schools, community centers, kids, parents, just to know about the effects of drugs and how it can destroy a life, destroy a family, and having that education allows people to make a better decision on if they want to partake, if they are partaking, what's at risk, and the dangers that lies within. And we're not just talking about street drugs, we're talking about prescription drugs as well. Right. We have free online courses. We have education I'm talking about for grade school all the way up to parents. We want to provide information to the masses just so you don't have to say you didn't know, because everybody don't come from the hood. They don't come from drugs. They don't have an education, but you have kids whom are now being exposed to these things. And as a parent, you need to know how to equip yourself. You want to be able to have those conversations, and you want to identify when your kid is going through something. That's what we do. We provide all of that information at drugfreeworld.org, and you can go there. We're not asking you for money. We're not soliciting you. We're just providing you information.
Yeah, and that's cool, man. I know you're very big on it. Like I said, every time we talked to you, talked about it. I've did a lot of research on it and see that you're definitely doing what you say, which is good. That's what we need. Now, of course, we're here for the Super Bowl. I want to ask you, there's so many storylines on here, Marshall.
Let's go.
For you, which one stands out to you as far as all the storylines?
Oh man, obviously you talk with the two most. You talk about the two most important. It'll start with the two most important players on the field. The youth, and about to possibly be the youngest guy to win 2 Super Bowls since the guy who's about to be maybe the oldest guy to win the Super Bowl. Right. It's like you marvel over what Patrick Mahomes is doing, but you have to marvel over the fact that Tom Brady is still doing it. And so as I look at that, I just continue to just have the appreciation for both guys and what they bring to the table. Now, that's the mega story. I'm gonna tell you the story that nobody is going to talk about. All right, nobody, and this might be a segue for you to another question. Nobody, for the first time in the history of NFL football, if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win this Super Bowl, it'll be the first time that there was a black defensive coordinator,
Mm-hmm.
black offensive coordinator, and black special teams coordinator on a team.
It's crazy. Crazy. You know, I just got off the actual Zoom call with Byron Leftwich. I didn't get to get in. I was trying to fix everything up for this, but that was my question. And like you said, as big, did you ever think that we would see anything like this? We should have seen something like this, you know, for years. But did you ever think that this would come of age?
Oh yeah, they listen. You understand? You show us how to do it. You put us in something. We gonna match. We gonna get there. We're gonna get to the promised land at some point in time. But here's what I love about it, and people will not. They're not talking about this, and I'm bringing it up. Bruce Arians, BA, is the orchestrator of this, purposefully done. People don't understand. He did this with purpose. This isn't by accident or the best available. This is on purpose. And if you know BA and you know anything about him, I spent time with him when I was in Indianapolis. This man, he believes in this. Like this is his deal. You know, you're not going to meet a person that understands and that's more savvy about understanding the magnitude of what this means and the inclusiveness of us in this game and where we should be and how we should be looked at and what he is building. And here's the sad part. Not one of them has a head coaching job waiting for him.
Or did they even get interviewed? I know Byron didn't get interviewed at all.
I'm just saying, not one of them.
And that's
now.
crazy.
If you say, "Oh, you know what, special teams coaches don't get," well, John Harbaugh got
Right.
one. Well, he was a hardball. And if you say, "Oh, you know, you got the your defensive coordinator, he botched it and with the Jets." Well, a lot of people botched it with the Jets. I mean, that's just to see status quo. And I don't even know what you can say about Byron Leftwich because the man actually has cred throwing the ball in the league, just like there's a couple of head coaches. I think the one in Chicago played for a little bit. The one in Indianapolis played for a little bit. The one that just got fired in Philly played for a little bit. I think Byron probably has better numbers than they had in the league. But yet, so we working, man. We working. We climbing that hill.
Hey, you know what? And no offense to no one, because hey, if he get the job, whatever. But I'm just saying, when a tight ends coach can get a head coaching job, that's I feel you. Now the strange part of this, Marshall, and we talked about this on our show, is the fact that only one black head coaching job out of, I think it was 7. But on the flip side, you hired 3 black GMs. When you look at that, what is your thought on that? Like 1 black coach but 3 GMs? How do you make that out?
Well, it's said that the black GM didn't get to pick his own head coach.
None of them did.
He didn't get to pick the head coach. And I'm not saying that the black GM has to look at the black head coach and say, "Oh, he's better qualified," but you know, it's just relatability,
Right.
you know, and the opportunity. Like, who do you want to give the opportunity to? And then that comes down to what you're comfortable with and who you're comfortable with.
Right.
And at the end of the day, the person who is in charge of the team is the guy who pays the bills. It's that word that we hate to use, owner. You know, owner. When you own people, you know, that just has a bad taste in his mouth. You know, going back just too far. Owner. So it's
right. So look, all right, enough. And I don't even think it's controversial. I just think a lot of people I don't even, want to hear this, but we're going to get back to football. I want to ask you, we talked about the young quarterback, the older quarterback. I want to talk about the older quarterback. This guy, Tom Brady. Last time I had you on, we talked about Peyton Manning and Kurt Warner. Tom Brady, 10th Super Bowl, 14th championship game, just played. Man, what are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, unbelievable, man. And my thoughts go beyond. I go back to, hold on, wait. So the greatest football player, 198 players went before him, and these gurus. Think about it. Think about what they get paid to do, right? Think about it like this. Let's just really put this into context. These GMs, black or white, I don't care, brown, I don't care what color you are. I'm talking about savants. Like, hey, it wasn't like, this ain't like Sam Bowie and Michael Jordan. This ain't like that.
Right.
He was the 199th player. 198 players was said to be better than Tom Brady. And as much credit as we give the New England Patriots for taking him, well, you took him in the 6th round, so ease up, slow down. You didn't. It ain't like you had a diamond in the rough and you were like, we're drafting him, we don't care. No, and don't tell me draft strategy, because I watch your draft since Tom, and you've missed on a lot. So let's stop that. But the reality is, man, this dude and what he has done, he's elevated himself. There was one point in time, I was like, oh man, Tom and Peyton, they're real close, because Tom came in and he didn't have the pressure of when you're an early pick. Because being an early pick, I know what that pressure is to have to produce. He was able to build his career. And then he surpassed Peyton. And then I'm Joe Montana, and just with Joe, it's hard to look at anybody and say, man, Joe Montana, to go beyond that. But he's now surpassed Joe, and he's getting into that greatest. And I don't want to call him an athlete, because he's not an athlete, but in athletics, like, you would have to look at him as an all-time great. You would have to put him into the Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, Serena Williams. When you start talking about them, what he is doing, he's transcending. He's trending into that class of an athlete.
Yeah, I feel you, man. And look, I'm getting pinged. We got to let Marshall go, because Marshall have a lot of interviews left. Marshall, man, we got to get you back on, man, where we can really talk some football.
Just let me know when, man. Let me know when.
I promise I will, man. And once again, the Hall of Famer Marshall Faulk, you all have a great day. We will see you later on this week, maybe today. All right. Appreciate it, Marshall.